Hey people, into here 3v3 Unthane Temple, blue team. We've got Impregnable as an Inquisitor, offensive commander, lots of great control abilities and a little bit of support too. Begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. Alongside is Din as a Lord General, fights range combat. Begins with a retinue to help him out. Really good at defense and support, and he can add to this retinue throughout the game. And rather than of this all Imperial Guard blue team is Matuska as a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, fights in melee combat. Some awesome buffs on this guy. Red team, couple of Orc players. We have Filter 001 as a mech boy, teleporting commander that fights range combat. Puts out some good damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair. And alongside is Boss as a commander knob, infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter. This is the Death Skulls elite scheme. And rather off his red team is Z-Talk as an Eldar Warlock, melee commander that leaps into combat. Some awesome disruption and mobility. Can also tank damage with the right war gear and kill stuff pretty well too. He's hanging around mid, doesn't want to approach the gun line of the Imperial Guard yet. Commander not being sneaky. No detectors up this early for the Imperial Guard. I think there's a Sentinel detect now. I'm not sure. Was that put in and removed, or is it still in? Doesn't have the detector icon, but I think that's tricky to do with vehicles, which is why it's not there. 474494. Power node being shot up, and it's Impregnable to push the west side. War banner in a very tight space, such as the west side of Argent Shelf and Ulthane. Very good for war banners and stuff like that. Commissar Lord wading into combat now, trying to tie up that very dangerous twin link shooter of the Quadron. Now turns his attention to the shooter boys, and there is that Warlock with that leap. Such an awesome passive for him. Does make him pretty bad at chasing units down, but that disruption is awesome. Double Sentinels, as you can see from Matuska. Give it that solid backbone if you can support them well with your guardsmen. Get that repair going. Wow, Sluggers got stomped and shot to pieces, it looks like, on the west side. Multi-laser turret is up. 441494. Look at the damage to these shooters here. Mechboy trying to tie things up. He's actually hitting the Sentinel in melee combat, I think. What the heck is this? Some very strange play from Filter, losing a whole bunch of Orcs. Wow. All of his squad got down to one model, I think. No, these guys have two. And he's keeping them in play. This is so risky. Trying to shoot down that Sentinel. Can't quite manage it. Goes for the death gun though, so he will be able to control this west side pretty well with suppression at the moment anyway. Impregnable going for some Catachan, so that could change pretty quickly. 424494. Bizarre opening from Filter. Throwing his sluggers into a Sentinel, obviously not dodging the stomp if he tried to, but then keeping his shooters in play for so long when they were obviously outgunned was strange. Rangers infiltrate. They have their Pathfinder gear, also using their hollow fields to infiltrate their allies there. Sentinel chasing them down though. 424494 still with a 1-to-1. Nobody able to take that west side. Double shooters also for Boss. Catachans also for Din, and Matuska going for spotters. Great little unit, these guys. Give you that disruption from very long range that you don't need line of sight for. Also debuff with their smoke and deal some pretty nasty damage with their incendiary shells. Warlock might go down in retreat here, getting shot to pieces, and does go down. Rangers up to try and help him outshoot those Sentinels from long range and pick off guardsmen, as you can see. The sniper changers were a little rough on Rangers, perhaps more so than the scout snipers, and they are forced off there. Can they bash power with double Sentinels backed up by guardsmen and spotters? Bonadog will be tied up by the Commissar Lord eventually when he runs around his cover. Here we go. Doesn't even bother to infiltrate and move away, which is what he should have done, I think. Look at this west side, all blue. Inquisitor level 2 with the Rosarius. Shooter boys have their Nob leaders and big shooters, so that's a hell of a lot of piercing DPS. Also allows them to get that 15% damage increase at level 2 passively if they have that Nob leader still alive. 424, 465. Well, he's die last, isn't he? So he's going to be alive. Smoke grenade to support the guardsmen from the catacombs. Sluggers just running into trouble, but they do take the bunker. Sneaky, sneaky sluggers. 424, 447. Double cap here for the blue team, having decapped the Reds natural. Reds taking it back, but there is the mortar shell. Good knockback strength on that thing. Double rangers now. Can they put pressure on those sentinels? He's trying to pick off guardsmen for the moment. It's another. Is a smoke? Yes, it is a smoke. The smoke does not share a cooldown with the mortar shell, so you can use both of them in one engagement easily. Guards, Dire Avengers, I should say. Throw in some grenades. Spotters do not dodge and lose a model. 2-1 cap for the blue team. Impregnable floating. No. 110 power. Filter is floating though. Maybe a Death Dread over there to bash that power. Double Rangers making the Lord General think twice about sticking around. Has to reinforce his retinue. And the Immolator up from the Orc. Blue team keeping the pressure up here in the mid. Even built some cover. His shooter boys. Oh, it's the mech boy in the building. That's pretty annoying. We put up a bunker and the mech boy steals it. Inquisitor might go down on retreat level 3 with that Rosarius. And he does push back Impregnable. Might even be able to take a run at the POW with his shooters. He's going for nothing. It's Boss who has the Death Dread and Weird Boy on the way. Bonus of bits already applied. See all the stuff getting infiltrated by the Holofields from the Rangers. Artillery spotters need to be careful with those Rangers around, especially 2 of them. Here comes the Death Dread though, ready to burn down multi-laser turrets, that's for sure. Sluggers infiltrated by the Commando Nob with his Hide the Boys. Grenade on the Lord General's face. And sloppy, it's a bit sloppy there from blue team. They didn't react quickly enough to the Death Dread. No point standing around if you don't have the AV ready. Sentinels getting missile launch. We do have one. Bam. That's the crack missile doing damage to large targets. They also have a frag missile that they can switch to freely for infantry. Really tight over on this west side, and now there's a Bane Wolf dropped by Impregnable, and that is painful against what Filter's got on the field right now. Has absolutely no anti-vehicle. Everything's just going to melt that big chem cannon. There's easily be able to take down that War Banner too. Trying to force off the mech boy here. Sluggers wading into combat. Using their Swampin reduces incoming range damage by, I think it's 40%. And increases their speed for the duration, I believe, but they're getting shot to pieces here. Need to be careful, and there's a stop, which does do damage. Doesn't just knock you back and stun you, it does do a little bit of damage. Sluggers only get away with their Nob leader. Filter is very, very ballsy. Happy to stick around and fight this Bane Wolf with no AV whatsoever. 360, 370. 2-1 cap for the red team. He's holding on to this west side very, very well. Much better than I thought, but now he's starting to lose. These shooter boys can't reinforce them quickly enough out of the bunker, I don't think. I'm sure Impregnable wants to steal it back. We do have Sentinel missile launcher. Being shot to pieces though by those shooters who are still reinforcing off the bunker. And they're still in play here. Down goes a War Banner. And they eventually are persuaded to leave. That was the Basilisk Flare from Akuska. But he does have a Manticore. What's going on mid? We see a heavy turret going down to Wraithguard. Wraithguard, incredibly powerful, kind of short-range artillery in a way. Good damage to all targets, small area of effect, and they suppress you as well. And they themselves can't be suppressed. Really, really weak to melee. Just lost their Warlock leader there, as you saw. It stuns them as they lose their race site. And they repurchase. 328, 370. Manticore strike. Ouch, doing a number on those orcs. That Death Tread is still around though. Where's the weird boy at? There he is. Bigger brains. Artillery spotters. Using the Incendiary Shell, which is great versus garrisons. But these guys are already out of it. Wow, look at the pain from the Sentinel. And you see the Commander Dom just come flying into the screen from over there. That was awesome. Landed on his ass and didn't really do anything. I thought he was going to throw some stick bombs or something, but he just had a shotgun and wanted to show everyone, I think. Bunker hanging out mid, which has been taken by the red team. 328, 343. Impregnable looking pretty strong here on this west side. Filter might need some help. Boss might need to come over. He does have tank busters and a Death Tread. Tank busters lost a whole bunch of health. I think they got hit by the Manticore, did they? Wow, Manticore for every player. Every Imperial Guard player, I should say. It's going to be nasty. Filter getting a Death Tread off his own. And we see Rangers replaced by Z-Talk, since they're after the Wraithguard in the roster there. I assume they were replaced. See Wraithguard moving a lot quicker now with their Wraith sight. You see those blue swirly graphics. Is the Death Tread enough to push here? Because you can see the... no, crossbow bolt pistol. Could see the Inferno pistol on the Inquisitor, which would help. Sentinels also with the missile launcher. Wow, Wraithguard just absolutely demolishing the Guardsmen. They're pretty tough to deal with for Guardsmen. You're relying on Ogryns pretty much to tie them up, which could just get suppressed by them and slowed down by a million other things, entangling web and so forth. So it can be tough if you don't have good avenues to flank Manticore Strike. On the Orcs, I think that was a blind shot. What's going on west side? Death Tread taking tons of damage from the Sentinel. The Inquisitor is forced off. And Death Tread runs back away with the Cult of Speed active. Red team flanking around this east side now. And they're going to bash power. Nicely done by Z-Talk. Wraithguard hit power very, very quickly. With Dire Avenger support as well. Guardsmen do not want to get involved. There's the Basilisk Flare. Reducing the range by 50%. One of the Commissar Lord's Globals. Very good one it is too. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team still. Looking very, very solid on this west side. Is Impregnable. Death Tread trying to march into combat and do some good. He's got the burners and bits. He's just trying to get close and struggling because of this Sentinel missile onto this thing is level 3. Boom. Tank busters here though. Here comes Boss to help out. Should have come to help out a little bit earlier, I think. Has the Void Wave, which will also do some anti-vehicle damage. Bane Wolf not close enough to fire its chem cannon, but its heavy bolter is firing. Down goes the Bane Wolf thanks to a single tank buster barrage. Wow. Oh, I think the Death Gun also got a shot in from the Met Void. That's a really powerful anti-vehicle weapon in terms of raw damage. More Wraithguard by Z-Talk, and why not? I mean, the Commissar Lord can tie them up, obviously, if you can get in there. 3-to-8, 2-3-4. Well, having two of them is really painful. Trying to tie up the Rangers, is he? Where is he going? Oh, Manticore Strike. He's getting line of sight for his Manticore. Rangers do the safe thing and retreat out through all of the rockets, but they do get away without a model loss, I believe. Death Tread now pushing against an army that doesn't include a Bane Wolf anymore. Do we have Melter Gun on the Catechins? We do. Sergeant will have it. Sluggers on their way to level 2 with burners, and their Nob Leader are a nuisance for sure. Lord General takes back the bunker, which is barely alive, and when a garrison is destroyed, any unit inside, no matter what it is, and no matter how much health it has, is instantly destroyed. 328, 232. Sluggers retreat out. Improvised explosive there. If anything tries to flank around, they're in for a nasty surprise. We have explosives at the bunker also. Manticore's moving up to the mid, feeling comfortable to do so. Tier 3 for everyone now apart from Filter, who could go tier 3. He's actually floating 271 power. Wow. And that is the drawback. Oh, down goes a Manticore. That is the drawback of this rather passive blue team play. They haven't passive power whatsoever. They do have the mid power here, so they're getting a hell of a lot of power themselves. Mononob chasing it down, or rather sneaking in with the rocket launcher and dealing with that Manticore very, very quickly. Rocket launcher is incredibly powerful. Tier 3 anti-vehicle weapon on rear armor. Manticore is not going to last long. Probably 2 shots and it's down, I would think. Sentinel getting line of sight up ahead. Matuska, I should say, sorry, does have his Manticore still. Mononob didn't get both of them. These guys are not pushing up at all. No effort made after that early flurry to bash power, really. I mean, Impregnable has gone up there a few times, I think. But they should be... I think they're just really afraid of this double Wraith Guard. Webway Gate in base for Z-Talk. Where is the other one? There it is. Nope, that's a vehicle icon in Written Fall. Don't see another one. 328, 185. Baneblade though on the field, and a Baneblade for the other 2 Imperial car players. This could be really, really tough for the red team. Might need some nukes. Nob Squad is on the field though for Boss, and those guys are awesome at smacking Baneblades to pieces. Uh-oh. Double Wraith Guard on the west side. Bad, bad news for Impregnable. Just gets the hell out of there. Is he going to bash power or is he going to sweep mid? Shooters spotting the improvised explosive. 328, 166. Baneblade sitting pretty, but here is Hide the Boys on a Nob Squad. Getting their Nob Leader. And they're going after it right now. Should have kept going a little bit more so all of them were on rear armor, I think. He has noticed them now. Trying to counter initiate with the Commissar Lord, but it's tough. He does have the Emperor's Wrath as well. That could be really nasty if he can time it right on the Nob Squad, but they are forced off. I think he should have waited to use that trick. Waited for a bit more support to go after that Baneblade. Hide the Boys, put your Nobs on rear armor with a bit of support. The Baneblade's not going to last too long. And here's another Baneblade, this time from Impregnable. And Din has one also, taking it mid. 3 Baneblades on the field. Filter has a commando squad. They have a rocket launcher, or rather their Nob Leader has a rocket launcher. Sluggers, who have done well, just a big meat shield for Filter really, are forced to retreat. And here comes Din to the west side. But where is he taking his Baneblade to? Looks like it's going... is it going west side? Must be going mid. Blue team just sitting very passively in the middle. 287, 166. Red team, no, they can't push against that, I don't think. It's all on the west side now. And here comes support from Z-Talk and from Boss. This rocket launcher could be really telling. So could the globals on play, or rather the nukes. Eldritch Storm obviously really good at taking down vehicles. The Sentinel goes down as you can see. Manticore strike, ouch! Wraith Guard almost whacked with the crippling volley Manticore combo, and they are forced to retreat before they even get shot off on the Baneblade. As I was saying, Eldritch Storm really good at taking down vehicles. Rocks really good at taking down pretty much everything. If they can get the red for them, that could be really good. 261, 166. Double Baneblades pushing against you. Things die. Webway Gate is up over here. Gonna be spotted by pathogens, is it? No, they don't get close enough. Nob Squad waiting in the wings, not very patiently to smack something to pieces. Manticore almost level 2. Another D cannon on the way for Z4. I think he already has one, yes. Wow, he's a super full roster. Yeah, good luck pushing this. Repair Bunker, Manticore, Leman Russ, Baneblade. Down goes the Warlock. Manticore strike on the shooters here. Could wipe them out if he's lucky with his hits. No, he's not. Put them all in exactly the same place. It's not what he should do with the Manticore. 255, 149. Shooter Boy trying to flank around that really narrow path. 2 to 1. The E-Cannon now setting up on this side. That's really useful. And this Webway really helping out, getting the Wraith Guard into play very quickly after they were forced off. Beamy Death Gun getting shots. D-Cannon getting shots. Wraith Guard now getting shots. Tank Busters and the Nob Squad there. Look at the damage the Baneblade took very, very quickly. Well, there are excruciators from the Inquisitor and the Manticore strike. Nobs popping their frenzy so they don't take damage from the last 3 missiles, I think, but his Baneblade is done for. Down it goes. Defcon tearing through things also. Do I hear an Eldritch Storm? No, I don't think I do. Not sure why I thought I did. Down goes a Death Dread, Manticore strike. The Nob's getting a heal, I assume, from the Mech Boy. No, what was that from? Oh, it was a Pain Boy here. Awesome. Has the stronger Git Source too. 255, 137. Wraith Guard losing their Warlock, or one of them rather did, which will affect other squads around, I believe. 255, 137. It's a 2 to 1 for the red team. A really good push on this west side. That was awesome. D-Cannon, double Wraith Guard, Nobs, Tank Busters, Beamy Death Gun. Baneblade just got torn up. Now blue team, seeing what happened bottom, are doing what they should have done a really long time ago. They're pushing mid. That Leman Russ is taking shots though from the D-Cannon. And if Z-Talk can get another Webway around here somewhere, out of the way, it could really support the whole map quite well. Webways are awesome. 232, 137, kinetic pulse on some guardsmen and stuff. Singularity doesn't quite hit how he would have wanted. Only pulled in one of the squads. Could have been really bad for him, but pulled them all in. There's a Rox on the Baneblade, and here comes a Nob Squad. No, it wasn't a Rox, I'm lying. It was the Foot of Gore from the Weird Boy. I thought I saw the Rox graphic there. This Sentinel is done for, I think. Frenzy on the Nob Squad. 230, 137. Down goes the Sentinel. But there's double Baneblades, double Leman Russes. So much firepower. Here come the double Wraith Guard though. What can they do? Rocket launcher from the Commander Nob as well. Down goes the Leman Russ. Does not last long. D-Cannon also getting shots, and they do have a hell of a lot of AV, do the red team. Wraith Guard, as you can see here, more than viable anti-vehicle unit. 230, 137. Especially if the other player's not paying attention, is not moving his stuff. D-Cannon getting rear armor on the Leman Russ. Meanwhile, west side is turning blue. That is a singularity. Rosarius stops it from... No, he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. It's ability knockback. She goes flying. Level 5 with those excruciators. 225, 137. She's going to go over and tie it up in melee combat while something else caps, I assume. They still haven't spotted this Webway. Manticore strike on the D-Cannon, and it runs away. And here come the double Wraith Guard again. We do have a Leman Russ now with the Executioner, or rather it's called an Executioner, I think. I'm not sure if that's the actual name of the weapon. It might be a Plasma Destroyer or something, but anyway, it's awesome. Quandlog's being sneaky, trying to get close. Needs to move this thing. Double Wraith Guarder there. Couldn't get a hit. There's a Warp Throw on the Guardsman. Got both of them. Poor Guardsman getting absolutely demolished now. But there's a rocket run. No, it's not. It's a Basilisk Flare from Din. Really nicely placed. Look at that. Throwing the shooters into real trouble, and they're lucky to get away if they do so. And they do. Commandos really trying to finish off the Leman Russ, but they lose their Commander Knob and they need to run away there. Or lose their knob, I should say. Need to run away. Managed to go on retreat path, can't finish them off. Those Guardsmen just about getting away with just a Sergeant remaining. 225, 137. Knob squad now throwing themselves into the fray. Painboy doesn't have the energy as he healed them, must have done it recently, I would think. And they might be forced off. No, Frenzy. And now they're going after Catechins. 221, 137. Really aggressive play from Red Team. Trying to keep the Blue Team the hell away from that Western VP. Is the passive mid-game and early tier 3 gonna bite the Blue Team in the arse here? Should they have been more aggressive? Or could they not be more aggressive because of the double Wraith Guard? Maybe another spotter squad to help with that Wraith Guard would have been good. Demolisher Cannon on retreat path, nicely timed, but doesn't take a model off them. Bunkers everywhere. Look at this, you can barely get through. Red Team playing it well-ish. Not assaulting head-on, trying to flank around and concentrating most of their stuff on the west side and defending their natural. Look at this. They're playing it well, you've got to say. 189, 137. Knob squad. Still level 1 in retreat. Manticore Strike would have been really, really bad to them there. Impregnable wants to push the west side. What's here? We have a D-Cannon. We have Commandos without a Knob Leader. We have a Warlock, Shooters, Tank Busters. There's Love the Daka. Awesome disruption and damage. They can also throw out their Firebomb. Or Burner Bomb, I believe it's called. Demon Rush trying to flank down a little narrow path. Can't really get wide enough to actually flank stuff though, with a Knob squad standing there. Painboy now trying to tie things up. Mid is pretty quiet. It's all on the west side for now. That is a singularity. Uh-oh. Pulled in a whole bunch of allied units. And they have to retreat. That's unfortunate to say the least. 164, 137. And Blue Team are going to take this west side. And they are sorting mid. Wigboy goes down. Nicely timed push to the mid. Where are this Wraith Guard at? Oh, they're coming west. Crippling volley into a Manticore is bad for them. They're just going to tank it with Wraithbone. And it worked, as you can see. It's close. 164, 129 is pretty damn close. Frenzy Knobs are going to try and finish this cap. But look now. Frenzy only lasts 8 seconds and they are being absolutely destroyed by that execution of Leman Russ. Those shots were hitting all of the models, I believe. They were bunched up and doing ridiculous damage. Double Wraith Guard moving in. Need to send the Inquisitor in immediately to tie up at least one of them. There is the Excruciators though, and she can't move while she uses it or it gets cancelled. That's a rocket run. Really nicely done by whoever that was. Was it Impregnable? Wow, nicely hit. But Wraith Guard are freaking tough, as you can see. Look at that. 27, 12 hit points at level 2. Knob Squad obviously very tough also. Mines dropped. Was either Impregnable or Matuska, I think. Another Manticore. Level 7 Inquisitor. Crippling volley, I should say, into Manticore is so freaking awesome. Knob Squad push against the Baneblade. Red Team are retaking a natural. Good push mid. Here comes another Baneblade from Matuska. Knob Squad are suppressed by the triple heavy bolters, twinning heavy bolters on the Baneblades, but there is an Eldritch And can they back it up to finish off this Baneblade? Now it's showing rear armor. Nob Squad not going after it. They're going after the Leman Russ here. Building up momentum with their huge hammers. There's a really nicely placed Creeping Barrage, and this Baneblade might get away. Nob Squad is going after it here. They should be able to surely finish it off. Yeah, it's done for. Down it goes, 156.83. Painboy in retreat, does get away. Where's that Commando? He's not going in there. Not sure why he didn't push alongside the double knobs with that rocket launcher. Really strange. But they've pushed the blue team back. They know they can't push against this stuff because there's repair bunkers. Maybe if they had a nuke they could. Does Voss have one? No, 356. Pasukin on the field for Matuska. Ouch, Nob Squad got hit by an improvised explosive, I think. That was painful. They do have Frenzy up, but they are going to be forced to retreat here, I believe. But not before this Leman Russ goes down. Down it goes. Triple knobs from 2 players. And one of them get enough red for a nuke here. Baneblade now under pressure. Here comes another Nob Squad. Beamy Death Gun, Mech Boy getting shots in. Blue team do have the west side. Excruciate is into Manticore though. Ouch. Massive engagement here. Wraithguard unable to get shots off because the Commissar Lord is tying him up, but now he's not. Oh, he's using Emperor's Wrath. Took out something. Or was it the Warlock for the... No, it was a D-cannon model, I believe. Down goes that Baneblade. Really nice counter push by Red Team. I did not think they would risk pushing it. Bongob doesn't quite get the D-cap. Wraithguard needs to run away, and they do run away. Z-Talk gets them out in time, and they're almost level 3. Just about gets them away there. There is nothing on the west side to contest that VP though for the Red Team. And Blue, I think, are going to take this. Matuska losing almost his entire army. Look at the resources though. That's crazy. Over 800 power. What the heck? And something was shot to pieces. Blue team are going to take this. Really nice push by Red, but it wasn't enough without any pressure on that west side. Another crippling volley Manticore combo. That is so awesome in team games. Level 8 Inquisitor with that. Both of the other Imperial Guard commanders are down, but the Lord General's level 7. Don't think he had... Oh, he had the Sniper Rifle, as you can see. Commissar Lord also level 7. Not going to be able to see. Maybe he had the Power Sword. Mech Boy level 5 had a Beamy Death Gun. Level 5 Commander with that awesome rocket launcher. And a level 4 Warlock. 5 of the commanders down at the end of the game. It was frantic stuff towards the end there. Some awesome pushes from the Nobs, and the Wraith Guard doing really well again in a team game. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.